story.
You're going to read a story. Hi everyone, it's Hayley and I'm finally going to do an update on the boys. I've got one over there and one here. Here is Caius. Look at that chubba. Hey? Gorgeous, gorgeous chubby.
I want to read the book.
Yeah, you can read the book.
No, can read the book.
I'm doing a video right now, AJ. Okay? We'll read it again after I've done the video. I'm going to talk about you.
Wait. We can read this story. I get the Thomas story.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay then. So I'm going to do an update on the boys. I intended to do everything last week and everything just went a little bit hectic and crazy. This little one was going a bit crazy with his sleeps and everything, like I told you in my last video. And then now I was starting to sort of get those organised and everything. So, and we moved rooms. We're in a different room in our house now. So, that's what's been going on. It's been quite busy. So, I'll do an update on the boys. They had their checkups last week, and they're both doing really well. AJ is 89.5 centimeters tall and he weighs 12.6 kilos. So you're back. So he's a little boy. He's little. He's skinny and he's a little bit on the shorter side. But yeah, he's healthy and everything like that.
We can read this Thomas book.
Yeah, we can read it when I'm finished talking about you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, but he's doing really well. As you know, he talks a lot. He talks in full sentences of like full-on sentences. He tells stories and he loves nursery rhymes, and he's just doing everything he's supposed to be doing at 2.5. He's almost 2.5. So yeah, potty training, I'm going to be starting that over the next few weeks, introducing that to him again. I think he's definitely going to be way more ready than he was when I tried to do it when he was 2. I think that was just silly of me to try and get it done before we had the baby. But he's very responsive to the toilet and the potty and everything. So I think it'll be a lot easier now, but it'll be a couple of weeks before I really start that. So yeah, AJ is just AJ. He's just AJ. He's crazy, and he's definitely a 2-year-old. He pushes his limits with me, he pushes his boundaries with me, with his attitude and with what he thinks he can get away with. But we're just staying cool and calm and collected and giving him consequences, and he knows that if he breaks the rules he has to deal with the consequences. But other than that, he's a pretty average 2.5-year-old really. This one, Caius, can I say hello? He's a bit of a bobblehead at the moment. Caius is now 9 weeks old. He's 9 weeks and 2 days old, and he is my chubby baby. He is quite the chubber. He weighs 5.6 kilos, and he put on, in 3 weeks, he put on 1 kilo, which is, you know, fantastic. Don't normally sort of see weight gain like that. But yeah, he's put on 1 kilo in the last 3 weeks, and he's doing really well. His birth weight was 3.6 kilos, so he's gained 2 kilos in 2 months. And he's tall. He is tall. He is 62.5 centimeters long. So he is my tall baby. AJ has always been a little baby. Caius is wearing 3 to 6 month clothing. He has a really long torso, and nothing that, you know, is supposed to fit him is at this age fits. So he's wearing 3 to 6 month clothing, some 6 to 9 month clothing depending on the brand. But yeah, like, he just is, he's really long in the body and the torso. So yeah, and he's just all around, he's very different than AJ was at this age, as far as weight and height. He's still got his blue eyes, he's got his brown hair, and his brown hair is getting longer. Just really cute. He's got this little alfalfa at the top that it's just always been there. You try and brush it down, but it always sticks back up. What else about you, little man? We're exclusively breastfeeding. Loves the boob. He eats when he wakes up from his sleep, and then he plays, and then he goes down for a sleep. He doesn't eat before sleeping. I was doing that, but I was finding that it was making him very windy and very unsettled, and he would not be able to sleep very well. So yeah, he just has a feed when he wakes up from sleep, and then he has a little play, and then he's off to bed again. He is up for between an hour and 15 minutes. Usually sort of, yeah, between an hour and 15 minutes he starts to get tired, and he yawns a couple of times, and I put him off to bed. He's still got his dummy, and he's doing really well with that. He's learning to keep it in, slowly learning to keep it in. In the last like 3 or 4 days, I have not had to come and put it back in his mouth. After I've put him to bed, he will keep it in there until it falls out when he's in deep sleep, or it stays in there the whole time. He is swaddled to sleep, except one arm is left out, just so he can sort of hold the dummy in, and that works quite well too. At night time he does not have the dummy. He feeds to sleep at night time, and yeah, he's waking sort of once or twice a night. It really depends. He's a bit all over the place with his sleeping. Sometimes he'll only wake up once. Sometimes he'll sleep for, I think it was like last week he slept for 9 hours during the night. So like, he's very all over the place with that, but he generally will only wake up sort of once or twice. As far as like a routine for him, bedtime routine is now the same as AJ's, and at the same time. They both, AJ has his shower at 7 o'clock, and Kai's has his bath, and
Mom, I got the wicker.
Cool.
Look at noise.
Do they make noises?
Yes.
Wow.
Got eyes.
It's got eyes.
Face.
Face. Cheeks.
Wheels.
Wheels.
Scary. What are these?
That's the bumper.
These are bumpers.
Yeah, they're bumpers on the back of the car.
Bumpers on the cars.
Yeah. That's what that is. So yeah, he has his bath at 7 o'clock, and then I wrap him and I feed him to sleep, and that can take like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then I put him in bed. And then what has been happening the last couple of nights is he'll sleep for half an hour, and then he wakes up, and then he wants a bit more to eat, so I give him a bit more, and then he falls asleep again, and he's asleep after that. So he must be a very hungry baby. He must just really like his food. So yeah, he's asleep by 9 o'clock for the night, and yeah, he will wake up. Sometimes he will sleep right through till like 3:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock. Sometimes he'll wake up at, like last night he woke up at 1:45. I fed him, put him back in bed, and then he slept till 20 to 6. And then I
want the donkey book?
Yeah, we'll read that in a minute. And then
Here you go.
he woke up at 26 and I brought him into bed with me just to give him a little top-up feed, and he slept till just after 7 o'clock. So I'm trying not to bring him into the bed with me, but I was just so tired I didn't want to sit up feeding him, because I knew that I would have to be up in about an hour with AJ, so it's just easier to do that. But yeah, he's in his cot now. He's not in his bassinet. He's outgrown his bassinet. He's too big for the bassinet. So we moved him to his cot. He quite likes that. I thought he would look really tiny in it, but he doesn't. He looks quite big in it. So yeah, he must definitely be ready for that. And he really, I don't think he actually notices the difference. What else? He's a very talkative baby who talks a lot. Please, darling, we will when I'm finished talking to the camera, okay?
You go.
Thank you. I'll read it to you in a minute, okay?
It's the choo-choo train on the tracks.
Yes, it is.
It's Percy.
Yeah, he talks a lot, and he gurgles, and he makes lots of different noises, and he grins and smiles at you all the time. He's just started to reach out for his and like swipe his toys under his play gym and do it consciously, like tries to do it. You can see the concentration on his face when he's trying to do it. So he's just started to do that. He can hold his head up on his own. When he gets excited, he wobbles his head and he shakes his arms and legs, and he goes, oh! He gets really excited. That's when you're talking to him, when he knows he's going to get booby. Basically, yeah. Just any time he's excited that something is happening or he's seeing someone. What else? I'll read it in a minute, sweetheart. What else? I'm getting a bit tired, my darling. Trying to think, what else? What else about you? I'm trying to think. I can't think. Naps. Oh, bless you, my love. Naps, he has between 4 and 5 naps a day, depending on how long he sleeps for. Usually, what's starting to happen is 1 or 2 naps during the day are starting to be quite sort of long. And what I mean by long is an hour plus. That is long for me, because AJ, when he was this little, never used to sleep more than half an hour at a time, and Caius will sometimes he'll only sleep for one sleep cycle, which is like 45 minutes to an hour, and sometimes he'll sleep longer than that. So his sleep cycles are starting to become longer, because you know, as when they're this young, one sleep cycle is only very short. So yeah, yeah, that's I think that's pretty much it, really. Breastfeeding's going really well. No issues whatsoever. I'm very grateful and thankful for that. Yeah, everything's going pretty good. These kids. Hey. Yeah, so that's Cheeky Monster. 2 months old now, aren't you? As of 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Oh, yes. Yes, a few days ago. Hey. 2 months old. Oh. It's funny how you sort of just swing back into it. Adapt to the broken sleep, and you adapt to just all the changes, and you make your new normal. And yeah, so that's pretty much it on the boys. I probably babbled for forever, but yeah, that's their really quick update. They're still absolutely in love with each other, and Caius is absolutely in love with AJ. Like, he just loves AJ. loves to look at him and watch him, and he talks and he grins at him and he smiles. He gets all excited when he hears AJ's voice, and he looks for AJ when he hears AJ's voice, and he just loves AJ, and AJ is just absolutely besotted with Caius as well. Very paternal, which he has been right from the get-go really. But yeah, no, they love each other, and there's been no jealousy issues or anything. Just dealing with a toddler who's a toddler, so dealing with those sorts of things. But yeah, so yeah, that's it on the boys. If you think I've left anything out, or you want to know something else, then just leave them a comment below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.